Hello, world travelers. This is Liquidy. I'm excited to bring you another Travel Tips Thursday to tell you something new that's going on in the world of travel. So this week, I'm going to be talking about a cruise line named Cunard. If you're not familiar with it, it's Cunard. And Cunard is a cruise line that offers luxury travel cruises and other travel cruises all around the world. And so Cunard just revealed their 2022 cruise tours, and they have opens. They're opening their booking just recently for their World Voyage tours, and they have several World Voyage tours that are going on. One is on the Queen Mary 2, which leaves from Southampton. It's good. It's currently on sale along with some other World Voyage tours, which look amazing. And the ocean liner is going to make port of calls in Greece, Dubai, Sri Lanka, Singapore, Vietnam, Hong Kong, Australia, Bali, Oman, Italy, and Portugal, just to name a few places. Sailings through the Suez Canal on the outboard and the inboard return journey to Southampton. And this trip looks extraordinary. So on the Cunard website, you can actually search for sailing date. You can search for departure port. So if you look for this World Voyage, it is 104 nights. That's a third of a year. And you can get a Britannia inside stateroom for $13,899 per person. It leaves on January 10th of 2022 and comes back April 24th. It is a cool little itinerary. So it says venture to Australia and the Great Barrier Reef, enjoying port of calls in Asia, the Arabian Peninsula, and the Middle East as you sail for 104 nights on Cunard's prestigious flagship, the Queen Mary II. So it departs on January 10th from Southampton. You're at sea for 2 to 3 days. You go to Seville, Spain, and then you're at sea again. Oops, there's a read more tab. And then you go to Athens, tour from Piraeus, Greece, at sea. Then you go to Galilee in Israel. And then your next port of call is the transit Suez Canal in Egypt, a cruise by. And then you go to Petra, Jordan. From there, you go on to Muscat, Oman, and then Dubai, Colombo, Sri Lanka, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, Singapore, Ho Chi Minh City, Hawaii and Da Nang tours in Vietnam, Hong Kong, China, Butong, Indonesia, then Darwin, Australia, which sounds fabulous, Cairns, QLD, Whitsunday Island, and a few other places. It wraps around Australia, and then it comes back through Singapore, Malaysia, Sri Lanka again, Qatar, Abu Dhabi, and then it goes through Jordan. So you basically come back around where you started, but then it hits Rome on day 99, and then Lisbon, Portugal, and then you finally return to Southampton, England. So this is definitely extraordinary for $13,899. I'm sure it is an amazing experience. So if you're looking for some interesting and exciting world tours, that is one that Cunard offers, and that is 104 nights. There's another one they offer 108 nights, and that one leaves from Southampton and goes and returns to Southampton. But this is a little bit of a different itinerary because instead of just looping back around Australia, it actually goes up to several of similar ports on the way out, but then comes back in hits Florida, and it goes around through the Panama Canal, and then you have a few days at sea, and it hits looks like Galapagos Islands, Australia, parts of Asia and India, and then South Africa. And so this is a little bit of a different itinerary and a few days longer. It's from January 10th to April 29th. So they also have transatlantic and other cruises on the Queen Mary 2 that start at $1,000 per person. So there's all different types of cruises on here. You might want to check them out. Super, really cool. But yeah, so Cunard and cruising starting in 2022. And I'm super excited for cruises to come back because that's one of my favorite things to do. Because if you don't know, I am celiac, and cruises are a great way for anyone with any specialty diet to do, because cruises are very service oriented, friendly, and they are great for anyone with any type of specialty diet, because they will come to you every night and they will give you the menu and they'll say, okay, what on this menu can you not eat? And they literally will make everything custom for you if you have a allergy or an intolerance to a specific food. They are amazing. So I would definitely say go on and check out Cunard. They have many different destinations. So other than the ones I talked about, some of their other destinations, they have transatlantic, Western Europe, Northern Europe, and the Panama Canal. So I have not done the Panama Canal, but I've heard that is an amazing cruise. People have liked it. If you haven't cruised at all and you're looking for a first time cruise, I don't know if Cunard goes to Alaska, but Alaska is definitely, if you do one cruise in your entire life, I would definitely suggest doing Alaska. Alaska is so much fun. They only do cruises in the summertime because it's very, very cold in the wintertime there. You definitely do not want to cruise to Alaska. I don't even think they offer cruises in the wintertime. But if you do one cruise in your entire life, definitely do Alaska. The scenery is outstanding. They have just ginormous mountains that are like 4,000 feet high, but they start at the water. So unlike where I live in Utah, where the mountains start at 2,000 or 3,000 feet, the mountains in Alaska, they start very low down at sea level. So they just look extraordinarily big. Like they're just amazing. And they're so fun to hike up. We hiked up a couple of them, and they have amazing trails, and they have a lot of rainforests, which you may or may not know. Alaska does have rainforests, because normally when we think of rainforest, we think of tropical rainforests. But Alaska rainforest just means that you have a certain amount of rain every year, which is a lot of rain. I can't remember the exact number, but basically like it rains all the time. And so in Alaska, they have temperate rainforests. And so in Amazon, they have what's called tropical rainforests, where it never freezes. And so in temperate rainforests, I don't believe it freezes, but it is cooler, and the climate is different. They have different types of trees and things apparent, and obviously. But so there are temperate rainforests in Alaska that are absolutely gorgeous, very lush, lots of ferns. Just it smells very earthy and beautiful. So if you're going to go on one cruise in your entire life, I would definitely recommend Alaska. But these world cruises definitely look amazing. If I could swing one, I totally would. I would go on one of these in a heartbeat. And if you're looking for a great travel agent, I would definitely recommend Tony LeBay of LeBay Travel. He specializes in luxury cruises such as these, and can definitely get you and book you whatever type of cruise you want when you are ready to cruise, because they are super awesome. So I'll just tell you really quick a few other ones. They have many different ports of departure. So if you've never done a cruise before, a departure port is just where you leave from. So sometimes some cruises you may have to fly to the departure port, especially since like I live in Utah. So obviously no one is leaving from a cruise from Utah. But popular departure ports are Southampton, which is right outside, a couple hours outside of London. Fort Lauderdale, Florida is a very popular departure port for cruises. Dubai, Cape Town, South Africa, Melbourne, Australia, New York, New York. Perth in Australia, Sydney, Australia, Auckland, New Zealand, Hong Kong, Shanghai, San Francisco, Hamburg, Germany, Adelaide, Australia. Also, Barcelona is another really popular port. Tokyo, Victoria, British Columbia. And Victoria, if you have not been there, is an amazing place. It's absolutely amazing. It's if you are gluten-free, because they have tons of gluten-free food. But even if you're not gluten-free, if you love culture, Victoria is so much fun. And it has mild weather all throughout the year. But definitely check out Victoria, Canada, Vancouver, Canada, Paulo, Brazil, and Kiel, Germany, and Le Havre in France. So all of these places are popular departure ports that cruises leave from. Now, not all of them are going to be utilized, because some of them, although they do other things besides cruises at these ports, like shipping, everything is just changed because of COVID. So in 2020, half of the ports that are normally going to be utilized for cruises are going to be utilized so far. And obviously everything is up for change because things are changing so constantly. But definitely check out the Cunard cruises. Cunard has done cruises for 180 years. So they definitely know they're cruising. If I did something for 180 years, I would be pretty good at it. So definitely you can check out Cunard at Cunard.com and see what other cruises they have that you may be interested in. And if you're looking for a travel agent to help you choose a cruise, I would definitely recommend Tony LeBay at LeBay Travel. So it's lebaytravel.com. It's LABBETRAVEL. And I will put those links underneath this video as soon as I get the updated. And I will also put the links, if you're listening to the COVID travel update podcast, I will put those links in the show notes below. All right, my world traveling friends, I hope you're having an awesome day, and I hope you are dreaming and thinking about your next travel vacation. So even though we cannot go many places now, think about where you want to go next, and you can start dreaming and planning out the broader details to have something to look forward to next year in 2021. All right, my friends, have a great day, and I will see you here next week at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time on Thursday and 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday for another Travel Tips Thursday.